Praise God. A good morning, a good evening, depending on your geographical location. This part I told you, or this episode, I want you to gather mostly the youth. Help the youth so that they may get this information. You can also distribute this information in different or on different platforms, TikTok and every department have given that authority. I will not copyright it because we want people to know the truth. We are going to talk about betting. I'm going to talk about betting. I know it is very risky because it's one of the booming businesses across the world, but I'm not afraid because I told you the life I live now, I'm in my bonus. I would have died a long time ago, but God has given me this opportunity to speak what some of you can't speak. Now, betting, it's one of the devil's source of income. Betting, one of the devil's source of income. Two, this betting you see, it's not the owner or the founder of betting is the devil. The devil is the founder of betting. Listen very careful so that you may know what you are dealing with or what you are participating in. Another thing, the devil knows through betting is going to kill people's destinies, and you can witness, you can see on where you stay people who do betting, they are living a miserable life. Through another one, through betting, the devil knows is going to attack marriage. We shall talk about marriage attacks, but let us do it in the aspect of betting. It's going to attack marriage. Another thing, the devil knows through betting is going to cause separation, separations of families, separation of families where you'll have access to your children. Access. Another thing, we shall talk about death through betting. Devil knows is going to cause death, and so on and so on and so on, as we shall see. This video is going to be a bit longer, but endure to listen to it, especially you, the youth. So, betting, it's an abbreviated word. It's an abbreviated. It is BE. Let me hope our producer will help us and distribute this information if possible. BE double TING. That is betting. It is an abbreviated word, and I don't know whether they allowed this video to be online because I tried it in our local language. They removed it many times. Not until I tried the title, which they didn't understand well. So it's an abbreviated word. Let us discover its meaning together. The letter B, the first letter B, you just add E to make a word, and that is B. When we go to E, it is be engaged. You be engaged. The first T, you add the O to be to make a word to. The second T, it is teach. It is teach. The I is initiate. Initiate. The N, nations. Let me hope, producer, you are helping us to display those things. Nations. Then the last E. No, the last G, that letter G, it is generations. Generations. So, that word you see abbreviated as betting, in its full or fullness, It is be engaged to teach, initiate nations, stroke generations. You are engaged in something you don't know. You don't stop there to be engaged. You help the devil to also teach to others. You don't stop on teaching, but you also initiate them. Because you may teach someone and you leave that person there, but you don't stop on teaching. You have to initiate that person in that system so that that person becomes or does what you are doing. And you don't stop on initiating. What you are doing, it has to be moving in all nations and on all generations. So all people who carry out betting, they are teachers of the devil who are not paid. They are teachers of the devil who are not paid. That's why it's very hard to find someone who bets without a pay. Some of them even failed mathematics when they were at school. But here someone calculates things accurately. Because it's not himself, it is the demon in him which is doing that. So sit down, you are going to hear secrets, and I pray for you. May God help you and quit this demonic activity which you think that it is a source of income, but it is source of death. Let us go to the owner. These people you think, the Indians, the Australians and the Americans who owns these different betting companies, they are not the real owners. These are managing directors. The director of betting is the devil himself. The director of betting is the devil himself. These so-called Indians you talk of, today I'm going to beat India. These Indians, these are managing director. But the owner of betting is the devil himself. 2, betting is source of income to the devil. May I remember when I was still working with the devil, most of the money we used, 45% was from betting. All the betting companies, don't say that this one is good. All the betting companies are demonic, are owned by the devil. So, according to devil's budget, which I don't know how much he uses, but he uses a lot of money to take people into hell. 45% of the total budget he uses comes from betting. When you talk about betting, it's not only these football, tennis, whatever gamings. Even you talk about these slot games, these games where you put money and you play these like games and what, they are also under betting. There are different types of betting, but people only know football, basketball, tennis, and others. But there are others. There are very many. These virtual. The devil knew that you to bet a match of 90 minutes. It will take a lot of time. Someone presses a ticket today and he waits for results tomorrow. He brought virtual. Within seconds, money is taken. Within seconds, someone can enter with money, but within 30 minutes, money is done. Money within seconds. This is virtual. This is machines, slot machines. You don't know how many destinies have been destroyed because of the devil through his these betting things. Destinies have been destroyed. Children, or your children, or students have mishandled the school fees and they have ended up dropping from schools because they wanted to bet it, they get more. Let me tell you, you cannot win the devil in his dirty games. Impossible. Winning the devil in his dirty games, it is impossible. You only win the devil when you are in the spiritual realm and you are led by the Spirit of God. We have pastors who bet. We have ministers who bet. Let me tell you, if you are carrying out betting and you're a minister, your spiritual life is going to drop. Dropping in the spiritual realm. Your anointing. You sit down and see, before you started betting, you were so prayerful, you were so committed, all your focus was on the Lord. But when you started betting, your spiritual life dropped. There are people when they are in the church and say, everyone are submitting your request unto the Lord and you will sustain it. Pray whatever you want. And people pray for their receipts. Father, help me so that I may win this receipt. I give you a tithe. It will never win. It will never win. So, much of the devil's source of income is from betting companies. They are demonic companies. Those games. I'm going to explain to you. People's lives and destinies have been totally destroyed. You make a research. People who bet, the life they live is miserable. People who had good jobs were disqualified. People who were owning their own businesses, they're on the streets. This demon, let me tell you, it has eaten the whole world, even in churches. And there are platforms of born agains, radio stations of born agains, TV stations of born agains, where they allow even advertisement. They advertise for this demon betting. They allow to advertise. People have cried, people are crying. You will never find a man who carries out betting when he has what we call stable marriage. There is no stable marriage for bettors. It's not there. Most of them, if they were married and they start betting, marriage stops there. Marriage stops there. It stops there. Because you will keep on reducing the money you leave home. And you reach a time when you don't have. And to leave money home before betting, it is impossible. You have to first bet, then you think of people at home. So you end up having divorce with wives. Your children live miserable lives. Children of bettors, their destinies are at high risk. Schooling is a problem. They school by chance. They live by faith. And these bettors, the way the devil has given them a hard heart, their hearts are hard. Even though he loses how many times, the devil will keep on giving him false hope. One day, you'll bring all whatever they have been taking. One day. So you keep on adding and adding and adding, but you will never. You will never. These things where people are deceived that so won billions, so won such amount, that is false. These people, they do their own things to deceive you. No one. No one. We can even get someone who shall give such amount. Let us generate a receipt. They generate those receipts. Then we show people that you won such amount. And let me tell you, even though you win how much money, it will go back and you live a miserable life. you will go back with that man and bet it again. Then you go back to the level you were. This devil is a cunning or a human being, a spirit, I don't know. It is a spirit, not even a human being. When the devil says that you have lost for a long time, you are about to lose your hope, do you know what he does? You win. And even these people who bet for the first time, they win. Why do you win for the first time? He wants to take that you have faith. And thank God that you lost for the first time and you didn't go back. God helped you, but most of them win. So once they win, they are trapped automatically. They will go on. They will go on. But once the devil discovers that you are about to give up, he makes sure you win. You win. For instance, if from January, now this is July, you have lost like $300 in betting, and you are thinking of quitting and leaving betting, you know what the devil will do? You'll win half of this, not even half, like 40% of this. You'll win like let me say like $120. 1,120 $, almost half of 300. So, do you know why he has allowed you to have this amount? We are going back to the meaning of betting. Be engaged to teach, initiate nations and generations. Once you win this amount, because you are about to give up, he allows you to win this amount. What is going to do, is going to use you. You are going to move the whole village, the whole town where you are staying, advertising, showing people how you won this money. Remember, he's still using yours. Since January, you have lost 300 and you have just won almost half of this, and he gives you that work. You go and advertise everywhere. You tell people how you won, and you start teaching those ones who don't know. How did you do? You come, you do like this, you do like this, you do like this. You are teaching. And after teaching them, you come, I take you where this company is not okay. If you see this odd, it means this is over, this is under, this is this. You take these people, you initiate. Yeah? Are you listening to me how this devil is cunning? So after initiating these people, what you do, or what the devil does, you are going to increase the stake. If you were betting like $10 per receipt, you are going to increase to $100 or $200, so that he may finish this money quickly. I'm telling you, if someone has been losing and someone wins, that person will never have the same stake, or will never bet using the same amount. Is going to increase, and by within 1 week, this money you have won, it is finished. It is finished, but you have initiated for him people, because you have been advertising how you won and telling people, if you want to win, you come to me, ask me, I'm a professor. You can't be professor in devil things here unless you go to opposite side of God. That's when you can be professor, and God doesn't deal with betting. You see, you work for the devil without payment. You become devil's advertisement. So after advertising for him, also takes back this money you have won. He starts another one to add on the 300 you had lost. So is that winning? The people say, Hassan so won. Hassan won. You show me someone who has bad love before betting, and after that person started betting, is living a happy and a pleasing life. You show me one. It's not there. But you'll see very many who were living a happy life. Everything was okay, but now they are living on the streets. They are living a miserable life. That is the devil. And people didn't know this. That is his tricks. Then, let me tell you this. You people be attentive. Be attentive with this demon, the way it has caused the poverty. It is a spirit of devourer. People's businesses have collapsed totally. Because every day is getting some amount taken to betting. People's lives have ended. People have lost lives because of betting. In our country here, there was a certain guy in Chireka. He went in the betting company. So he had those alekiko, they call them alekiko, ale games, the morning games. So he had a stake of 1,000 Ugandan shillings. So he was winning 2.5 million Ugandan shillings. So these are games of China, Japan, what they played, and all were okay. He went through. So it remained one match. I think it was QPR taking over Bolton Wanderers. That was championship game England. And the match started, I think it was a kick of 3 p.m. 3 p.m. Ugandan time. 3 p.m. That's our local time, or East African Standard Time. So 3 p.m. That is 3 p.m. is afternoon and some additional hours there. The guy was waiting for this match. The match started. He wanted over that 2.5 goals. That is 3 goals in a game. Total goals. When you combine goals of both teams. He wanted 3 goals and above. So the half time ended 0-0. They came into second half. When the second half came, Chupiala was awarded the penalty. They kicked outside. They must say, these ones, I know English teams. Even they can score 2 goals within 2 minutes. That hope, if you can put the hope you have in betting and you shift it to God, you are going to be prosperous. The hope and the faith these people have, if they can just shift it, they would have been very far. So the match played. They entered 80 minutes, no goal. 89 minutes, no goal. They entered 90 minutes, no goal. Additional 5 minutes, no goal. Before even the referee finishes the match, this man was already dead. He collapsed and he died there and then. Only one team failed him. And that is the song of bettors. Only one team. Only one. This team. I didn't want to put. Do you know what causes that? Let me give you a secret. These companies, before they open a branch, let me tell you, like a branch, like in your town, if they want to bring a branch, do you know what they do? They call agents. They used to call us at night. When they call us at night, we do some rituals. At the entrance, where you enter from, that's where the magic is. Beside the entrance, where the body is, where they put those fixtures, behind, there is also another magic. On their laptops, they are magics. Even though you are using online, you don't go in their in their physical addresses. You are on your phone using your online betting. There is magic. The app itself, it is empowered with magic. Do you know what happens? You come, you say, now I'm going to bet. I'm going to give you money. Money you win. Money you win. Yes. So now I'll go to Spain. I will give Barcelona. Barcelona win. Yes. Let me go to Germany. This Bayern Munich will win. Bayern will win. Yes. You go picking, or you want like 4 teams. Let me go to Italy. Yes, which team can I give to Italy? Let me give like Inter Milan. Inter Milan will win. Yes. Now these are 3 what? These are 4 games. And these are the games you had at home before going to that building where you bet from, or before you opened those matches or their app. Before you open their app to start betting, you add these games in your mind. Then these are the games I'm going to bet, and for sure these games are going to win. Man U will win, Barcelona will win, Bayern will win, Inter Milan will win. But as soon as you enter, I told you the magic is on the entrance or at the entrance, and where you find fixtures. When you're using a phone, the magic is inbuilt in that app. That app is not alone. So when you go, you select Man U, you give win, you give Barcelona win, you give Bayern win, you give Inter Milan win. But that demon, the magic on the app, the magic at the entrance, the magic behind that fixture will tell you add some team. Because now you wanted the odd 6. This is 5.5. Just get another team, a small one, and you add, so that you may total this odd 6. Then you add the 50th team. Tomorrow when you check the results, this team which you didn't have in your mind, you just added when you reached the app, or when you reached that room where you bet from. You got that team from there. There is something which told you add this, and this is the team which is going to make you lose. And that's how these bettors cry. I didn't want to add this team, I had refused, but something told me. That is the magic. Those rooms are not alone. And even those who are working with, if you are working with betting companies, you are finished. There is no destination, there is no destiny for you. My sisters, my brothers, if you are working in betting companies, cry to the Lord to give you another work, because there is nothing. Let me use my little English of S3. Now I ended in senior 3, but I thank God I'm using English. Let me tell you, there is nothing you are going to get for however much they are paying you. If you are there listening to me, start crying to God to give you another work. You are going to work there for how many years? I don't know, and I don't know how many years you have been there, but there is nothing you can show, because that is evil money. And by the end of the month, they will be the one who demanding you. At the end of the month, instead of you demanding them their salary, you will be the one demanding you. They will be the one demanding you. How? You will also start to bet. That's number 1. You will also start to bet. 2, you are going to make shortages, losses. You are going to make losses. By the end of the month, the losses will be greater than the salary. You keep on working for them, working. There's nothing you are going to. So if you are working with the betting companies, cry to God. Born again. If you're born again and working, maybe those people in the world, I think that's their God and is the owner of those companies. But if you're a Christian working with the betting companies, I'm appealing to you. there is nothing you are going to show after 10 years or after that long time you have been working with that. If you think I'm deceiving, you just make investigation with someone who works with the betting. That is it. Either you are betting with them or you are working for them. That evil money, you will not do anything from it. 2, what we're going to look about, how the devil has used this marriage, the betting, to destroy marriages. The devil has used what we call betting to destroy marriage. Anyone who bets has no stable marriage. If your husband begins to bet, just know one day you have to go, either you want it or not, because there's no future for you. He has got someone who is even better than you. Someone who bets, they have a slogan: to sleep with the money, you better sleep with a receipt. To sleep with the money, you better sleep with a receipt. Even if you give that person, you go and eat something, they will not eat. So first go, they would want to multiply it. So many of men have lost their wives. Divorce is at high rate because of betting. Families have separated because of betting. Someone who owned the house, they are now helping you. You are sleeping at a friend's home because the house went, there's no work, there's no money to pay rent. Someone is just helping you. Marriages are destroyed because of betting. 2, trust. Never trust someone who bets with anything. I'm telling you, never trust anyone who bets with anything. Even though he's a Christian in the church and you leave their phone, he will steal that phone, sells, goes for betting. Because that spirit for him, that the spirit every time it wants. If you don't have, you look for all the ways to get the money and gun the bet. That devourer spirit, it can tell you to do anything. All bettors, all people who bet, they have the following characteristics. They are thieves. You can't leave anything there and find it. You never trust them. They are not trustworthy. They are not trustworthy. Even though you give him some money, keep for me, by the time you want it, it will not be there. Even you give that person, you go to the marketplace or you go somewhere and buy something, that person will first go to betting. Let me tell you, that demon, it is a demon driving people. There was a person in Russia, was a mechanic guy, was given money to go and buy spare parts so that they may what? Work on someone's car. When he bypassed betting, that he had a problem of certain amount, so said, now this money, let me go in betting so that I may get some profits, so that I cover my problem. He went in these machines, slot machines, where you put the money and you start having those video games. He went with it was 500 Ugandan shillings. 500 Ugandan shillings, like $120. $120. So he went. He started having playing those video games. He would play. He lost until he remained with the 50 Ugandan shillings. That is 50 Ugandan shillings is equivalent to like $18. From 120 to $18, roughly $18. So now he said, as the devil gave all the bettors, all people who bet, they have had the heart. They don't care. So he said, now I have remained with 50. Now what will the 50 help me? Let me put it once. So he increased the stake to 50,000. He won 96 what? 100,000. Almost 96, 94, 96, 100,000. And this is equivalent almost 1 million Ugandan shillings. If you calculate it into US dollars, like it's like a 22, it's like a 300, 280 there, $280. So now this person said, I will not go without making 1 million Ugandan shillings. So there's just little money remaining to make a million. So let me continue. People told him, you go away. These machines are demonic. You are saying you want to make a million. They are going to take your money until you go back to society. No, I can't go without a million. He continued. The money went back to zero. He started crying like a baby. They told him, you go. We told you. So now, where am I going to get that money? They are going to just take me to police. I can't go back to workplace. Let me just go back to village. The money ran to village. Someone who was employed, you have where to stay, you have work, you go back to village. Because he had no reason to answer. He had no answers to questions. They gave him money to buy spare parts and he went for betting. There's another one in Busia. I'm giving you many examples so that you may know what I'm talking about. That this is a demon. This is not source of the income. This is the devil's trap. The guy was a boda, but this bicycle cyclist. So he went in the betting. It was a weekend. He had a little money. These boda guys, they don't make a lot of money. He lost all the money. By 10 a.m., he had nothing. So he went to the wife, told the wife, I have a problem. The bicycle has a problem. I've taken for a technical whatever to fix something. They want money and I don't have, and that's the bicycle which is helping us to have a living. These guys of betting, I think they have magic. Someone can come and tell you a story and you believe. They use demons to speak to you and you give money. Even though you could not accept, but the way the devil gives approach, you will accept and give if you are not spirit-filled. So the wife said, I don't have money now. Let me go to, they have their saving. Let me go to our saving group. I borrowed the money, but make sure tomorrow you bring it. She went and borrowed some. It was almost 100,000 Ugandan shillings. And that is almost what? $30. Almost $30. She gave the wife, the husband. The husband went, but the bicycle was okay. Just hid somewhere. Went back to betting again, so that he may bring back the lost money and also pays this. He lost the money. He remained with 10,000 Ugandan shillings. Then he had nothing to explain to the wife. What he did, he said, now, since I've lost everything, let me also press this, the remaining one, let me use it. Whether it wins or not, now this 10,000 not help me. So he had a receipt out of 10,000. And he was winning over 35 Ugandan shillings, million. 35 million Ugandan shillings. That is equivalent to how much? It is equivalent to 10,000 US dollars. So that was the money he was winning. So he was there until late evening, 10 p.m. because if he had to come back, he had no money and he had no reason to explain to the wife. So all these matches he had placed, they all won. all. So he was remaining with one match, Barcelona versus Alves. For those who know football, Spain football, Barcelona was playing Alves, and he had placed over 1.5. He wanted total goals of in the whole match, total goals of both teams to be 2 and above. So Barcelona was at home. Camp Nou. Is it Camp Nou? Yes. Now everyone knows Barcelona. Leave alone Barcelona of nowadays. You are talking these things were of 2000. 2000 what? 2012. Those ends long time ago. Barcelona was unbeatable. So all these teams had won, remain with Barcelona. Either Alves to win or Barcelona to win, or a draw, so long as the match has total goals of 2 and above. He came back at around approaching 11. The match was at midnight. So when he came back at around 11, he told the wife, he called the wife, you come. How much is the landlord demanding us? That is demanding such an amount. How much is the school fees of the children? This amount. How much is a plot? We want to buy a plot, a land. I'm tired of renting. Tomorrow I'm buying a land so that I start constructing. How much? Yeah, and the wife was wondering, even you came here borrowing money to repay a bicycle, where did you get the money to pay the landlord, the school fees? You are talking of buying a land, construction. The husband says, why do you worry? I'm your husband. No, we as men, we know how to make surprises and how to look for money. I wanted to make a surprise for you so that you may, I'm an hardworking man. I'm hardworking. All the years I've been saving my little money so that one day I could surprise you. Is basing on the receipt. So he talked a lot and he convinced the lady, and tomorrow you have to clear the landlord, you have to pay fees, the debts, and look for land. He's not going to go back riding bicycles. He's going to start a certain business. The game started. Half time, Barcelona 1-0. The man said, if half time is 1-0, it means second half they'll have like 5 goals. This man is finished. Hey, let me tell you, the devil, you can't win the devil in these things. Second half came in. They started the match. Barcelona got a penalty. Missed. In the 70th what minutes, Barcelona missed a penalty. The guy said, now look at this Barcelona. I wish I gave him a win. I gave Barcelona a win. And a win had much odds than even the over. But he had feared because Barcelona had won very many matches. So they feared. They said maybe he can now lose or make a draw. Let me tell you, the match went up to 90. They added more minutes. The match ended 1-0. Barcelona won 1-0. 1-0. So this said in the morning, the husband, I told him, when it comes the morning at around what, please just tell me and I go, I withdraw money and everything goes on. So this man, checking, it was 1-0. Then in the morning at around 7:30 a.m., the wife went. Now the kids want to go to school, so you may go and bring the money I go with. Then I've told the landlord that we are going to clear her today. And then the money for the saving, I told them they should not worry. I'm going to bring it. My dear. The man jumped and kicked the wife. The man kicked the wife. Don't tell me you are nonsense. You are the problem now. So he brought all the anger from the receipt to the family. And I'm telling you, it was the end of the family. That was the end of the marriage. The woman went, with the children, because she could not leave this someone who's useless father with the children. They will die. They will die of anger. So the woman went that. So that is betting. The devil has used betting to separate families. Many children are crying. Their destinies are hanging. They don't know what they will be in the future because their parents, the devil has captured them in something different. Then there's what we call death. Through betting, the devil knows he's going to kill many. I gave you an example of the other guy who collapsed after the match has ended 0-0. He was just remaining with one team. So, which death am I talking about? There are many people who are sick of heart attack, pressure. So if you're a doctor, let me give you an experiment. If you're a nurse or doctor, you just get your apparatus, you go where there is betting company or where they bet from, and you tell, I want to measure everyone blood pressure. They are all sick. They are all sick. They worry from day one to the last. They worry from the first minute to the last minute. They are all sick. So many have got diseases. Many have died because of betting. Many have died because of betting. They all have heart disease or blood pressure. They are about to die. Now the season is about to start, you will see. They are about to die. They listen from one radio station to the other. They do research. Let me tell you, even someone who didn't finish primary 3, he uses a laptop more than someone who even finished the campus. They know how to make research. You head to head, what and what. Let me tell you, there are even agents who they call themselves, they give sure wins. And these agents are paid by the devil. Someone tells me, I give sure win. Just dial this number, you are going to get sure win. They chop your money getting those matches, and at the end of the day, even the matches fail. For them, they don't lose. They don't refund you. So they are agents on radio stations, they are agents on TV stations, they are agents online. They tell you this is a sure win. You are going to win. Put all your life. You're going to what? You're going to win. There is a 2010, 2011, that Christmas season, that Boxing Day. You know, in England, Boxing Day, they always have matches. So this man had a friend who was doing betting. If you have a friend who is doing betting, yeah, let me tell you, distance yourself slowly because you are at a high risk. I'm telling you. All those people, they don't have any future. They are going to spoil you. So this friend found a friend what? Ticking. This one has won. It's only one team. Now I told you the things of one team. This one team has made me to lose. So now the friend asked, how is these things? I told you betting. Now he's going to become a teacher to teach an initiate. I had placed 1,000 Ghana shillings. I was going to win 500 million. Are you sure? These things, if you have, it's because I don't have capital. If I have capital, this Muyindi will just close because the money I will demand him is too much. He has taken a lot of my money, but you wait, I get capital. They have confidence, false confidence. And this friend also bought the idea. You mean 1,000 you can win millions? Yes. What about if I have my 1 million? You are going to become billionaire. You are going to become billionaire. This fellow went to the village, sold the land, sold other items, collected 10 million Ugandan shillings. Came to the friend, said, I have capital now. Let us go. This Muyindi has to go back to New Delhi. Why New Delhi is developing? They are just coming in Africa, collecting money and everywhere. So they went. They selected their teams, money, what these big teams. All the 10 million they put on one receipt. Then at the end of the day, out of 4 matches, this fellow won 2. And they don't give you have to win all of them. 2. The 2 lost. So the receipt had a lot of money pay out. So he went in the morning to the friend that let us go, they pay us. I said, which pay? The matches ended. Yes, they ended, but all the teams didn't win. 2 lost. Yes, let us go, they pay these 2 which have won. And I said, no, they don't pay. You have to win all these matches. And when he was leaving village, the way he was bragging to villagers, I'm a billionaire now. I'll come back when I'm driving a Range Rover. I'll come when I was bragging to the villagers. This fellow. The only land he had in the village, the only animals that he sold. This guy has a family, has children. And all the 10 million is gone. He's renting. When he goes back to village, he's nowhere to start because he has sold his portion. Do you know what he did? He had the balance of 1,000 Ugandan shillings. He went and bought a rope. This one they used to tie goats and animals. He hanged himself because his future is finished. He sold everything. He hanged himself, left a family, left a wife, suffering. So that is a demon which is working. It is a modern. It seems like it's a source of income. You're going to become richer. No way. And even these governments cannot ban betting. Don't think of that. The government will come out and regulate betting. No way, they will not. Because the owner of betting company, the director is the devil. And the devil is still the one controlling the governments of this world. Most governments, let me say all governments, they are under devil's influence. If you don't know. So, devil cannot suspend his own activities. That's why most betting companies, they operate towards night. I don't know in your country, but here in Uganda, the betting companies operate towards night. You go and find the youth, energetic youth, the youth who are supposed to be somewhere in their homes. They are there sleeping desperately. They are street boys now. They don't have what to do. They had jobs, but now they are jobless. They were chased away because when you are betting, when you do betting, and you are employed somewhere, you are going to produce what we call half-baked. Half of the mind will be on betting, and half of the mind at work. So at the end of the day, you want it or not, your boss has to chase you because you do not concentrate. You do not give 100%. You will be double-minded. So youth are there, they have turned into thugs, They have turned into thieves. They are there. They don't have hope. You try to do investigation and bypass where those betting companies, and you see youth who are desperate, young boys of some people, they have become useless to an extent that they sleep in those betting companies. They don't have where to sleep. So the devil separates you from people who can support you. No one can love to stay with someone who bets. Someone is here. You want it or not, one day he'll sell all the things he has. Have you ever gone to a house or a room of someone who bets? It smells like where goats sleep, because they don't care. They don't have time to clean the houses. They are desperate. They useless. They take their lives to be useless. They have sold all the things they had in the houses. Someone who was smart, you sell up to the shoes, you go back and start to wear slippers. You sell everything. They don't even sell this TV. The TV which you bought, a price of, for instance, $500. The devil will tell you, and they sell it at very cheap price. The devil doesn't value your energy and everything you used. No, you can sell it at $200. You know what the devil will tell you? If you sell this TV at $200, the devil will give you plans, false and useless plans. If you sell this TV at $200, what you are going to do? You will go and bet. From this 100, do you know that you can even win 200,000? So if you win 200,000, you replace a TV at 50,000. At 50,000. Then you are going to remain with the balance of 150. Don't you see that you would have worked? Then you sell. After selling, money is lost. The devil will tell you, sell this iron box. The money you win, you buy a new TV and replace iron box. That's how they sell. You sell this, expecting to replace, also that one goes. You sell another. You reach when you don't have anything. This is a spirit of devourer. People remain without anything. People who bet are great liars. They lie. All bettors, they are liars. Someone can come and give you a fake story. They fake story so that they get money. Even though you give 1,000 to buy food or to buy anything, they don't. They lash and do the betting. So betting is for the devil. You'll never gain anything. The devil is going to just use you. You're going to become desperate. Someone who was a great minister, you're going to lose that anointing. Every time you'll be thinking of betting. You'll not even have time to attend the services like Sundays. Someone who bets, you think that person can be in the service? No, every time he has to go and look for money to call out to betting. They no longer have faith in God. They are so desperate. Someone who bets can do anything. Can kill you if you refuse to give money. Can do anything. Stealing is the order of the day. Start slowly. You leave out there 10,000, you find 8. You ask who has taken the money. I don't know. Goes and bets. Slowly, from stealing a quarter of the money, he'll be taking all, and eventually even he can organize his friends. When the person realizes that there is money at home, he organizes the fellow bettors, the one he bets with. They come at night and they beat you and take the money, or even they can kill. So this spirit is from the enemy. This spirit is demonically. The devil is the owner of betting. you will never succeed in devil things. Don't think of developing, being someone, doing anything when you are carrying out betting. That's what I can tell you as per now. Please leave betting alone. Leave devil things alone. Just calculate how many you have lost, how much you have lost. If you were to keep it, where would you have been by now? Every day, they call it saving. I'm going to save. Saving where you can't with it go. And they have confidence, they have belief, they have hope that one day will never come. You have that hope one day, the devil is taking you slowly. All the friends you had, they have gone because you lied to them, you stole them, you no longer have a friend. No one can help you. Even though you get a problem and you call them, they say that one is lying, wants money for betting. You a liar, no one trusts you anymore. Nowhere you can get a job. Someone who had the home, you are homeless. Someone who had the family, you are now alone. You don't know where your wife is. You don't know even where your children are. Someone who is a minister, you can take now a year without going to church. You don't have time. And the last thing I had forgotten, all bettors, they don't have love. I've told you. It's very hard. People who bet, all the love they have is for only betting. But the things, love for women, love for their children, they don't have. They don't have love. They don't have love. The devil takes all the love. And lastly, most bettors, they masturbate. Because when you are desperate, after the devil putting you into that desperate state, you need something which can help you to rest, and that is masturbation. After masturbation, someone sleeps until the morning. They carry out masturbation. Someone who bets is very easy to die. Every time you speak of death, I'm useless. Why can't I die? Because you have lost. You don't have hope. You think of death each and every time. Bettors, they don't have any positive confession in their mouth. Every time they think of speaking negative. So, betting, it's a demon. You need to go in the church. You go to your pastor. They pray for you, because that is a demon. They cast it out. You try and they cast it out, and after 1 year, you'll give me a testimony. You'll be somewhere very far. But since you join betting, you are just coming down each and every day. I pray for you. May the Lord help you. May the Spirit of God comes and takes away all the desires of betting in your heart. We rebuke that spirit of betting in Jesus' mighty name. That spirit which has taken all your possessions, whatever you had, it has gone. Family has gone, children have gone. You don't have peace, you don't have love. Everyone hates you, no one trusts you because of that spirit. But may the Lord take over. May that God take over. May that spirit come out of you in Jesus' mighty name. It's not part of your possession. It's not part of your portion. You are a child of God. God is going to facilitate you. The Bible talks about the wealth which is from God has no soul. It adds no soul. When God gives you wealth, you not be there, start to worry, may that be your portion in Jesus' mighty name. I know you have lost everything has gone. You are at your last, but I know it is never late. There is still hope for you. Things are going to be restored in Jesus' mighty name. you go find your pastor, talk to your pastor, talk to anyone, so that they may help you before it is worse. Because I've told you, this is devil's mission. The devil through betting has done a lot of things in people's lives. Youth have lost hope. They are desperate. They have no life. They are living. Someone who had hope. You had your child, you could see hope in that person, but now someone has turned upside down because of betting. And don't think of government helping you, because it's also under influence, and someone who controls the government is the one who is the owner of this betting company. So don't think of much help from the government. So you look for what we call spiritual help. Betting is not medical. There's no hospital where Uganda doctors treat you from betting. No, it's only the Spirit of God. It's only God who will help you to overcome that strong spirit which has bound many of our youth, especially the youth. May God help you. The reason why even you don't have desire for church, things of God are now bowing, because that spirit has taken over your life. It has taken everything. Someone who looked to be smart, you were smart, but now the life you are living, someone finds you, someone who used to see you years before starting betting, if that person finds you, that person may even cry because of the life you are now living. That is the spirit. It can be cast away, and I hope it's now out. Continue devoting yourself. Continue fellowshipping. Be open to some people, spiritual people who can help you, and you'll live a successful life. I wish you are blessed there. Please advise your fellow friend. Talk to that person that betting is not a source of income. It's not owned by the Indians or other Americans or Australians. This is a devil-owned company. It's the director, this is a managing director, and betting, it's an abbreviated word which means to be engaged, to teach, initiate nations and generations. May the Spirit of God comfort you, and may the Spirit of God leads you so that you may come out of those evil spirits. And you pastors and church, please take time and talk to those youth, advise them. Let me tell you, if you call out betting, you can't even give in the church. You give in the church when you you have to bet, and you think of offertory, tithes. All betters, they don't give in church. They don't give. To give in the church, yet the betting is waiting for you there. They don't. See you in our coming video. If you have any question, please, our numbers are there, or you can reach us through the channel description. Go to channel description. There are a lot of information there, and contacts and ways of reaching us. Any question, the comment section is always open, so that we may see your view concerning the video you have watched. See you. Shalom.